Hello, everybody. It is my unfortunate duty to post an obituary for Master Angi Uezu, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that right or if it's Angi Uezu, but Master Uezu, 10th Dan Ishinru, passed away a couple of weeks ago. I just heard about it today, and I want to just give a few passing words. I never met him, but in a sense, I met him. And let me explain. My first introduction to Ishinru karate, to even knowing it existed, was Joe Jennings' Winning Karate book. And that came out in the 80s, and I encountered it in high school. And I thought it was a pretty neat book, to be honest with you. Um, I practiced the techniques in the book, but it had a lot on working out and how to do calisthenics and how to incorporate weights and how to train for competition. It had sparring combinations. I thought and self defense, and I thought it was just a really neat book. And I said to myself, this is a lot like what Bruce Lee was talking about with Jeet Kune Do, where he wanted to streamline things and use a vertical fist and short, low kicks and efficient techniques and introduce bogu, padding equipment, chest protection, gloves, and all that was done in the 1930s. All right. So, Master Shimabukuro, who founded Ishinru, and there's a little bit of an indication that before World War II, he taught Japanese Marines, and after World War II, he taught U.S. Marines. And it is a popular system with Marines back in the day. And so I said, I wanted to go in the Marine Corps, and I said I should learn this system. Well, fast forward many years later, it is the 90s, and I'm in college. I'm an undergrad in college, and I was looking for a place out in town to teach Tai Chi and possibly Kung Fu. And I talked to, it was called Dragon Star Karate in Edison, New Jersey. I rode my bike out there, and the owner of the place, Mr. Kevin Hudson, who didn't really teach there, but he had his friend Carl and two other instructors. I never dealt with much. Carl was doing most of the teaching, and I met Carl, and we became friends, and I started learning Ishinru. The Tai Chi class never really took off, but I enjoyed Ishinru, and Master Uezu's tapes were our reference, our standard encyclopedia of Ishinru. And here's the funny thing: Master Uezu taught Joe Jennings, who wrote Winning Karate. Later, Joe Jennings said, I'm going to take standardized videos of all our katas and weapons forms and later techniques and sparring and all that, and I'm going to make it available for my instructors. Well, it became popular. I think even non-Ishinru people were like, can we get this? And he founded Panther Productions, which revolutionized martial arts training. Okay, if you lived through the 80s and especially 90s, um, Panther Videos was a tremendous phenomenon. You could get almost complete up to black belt references in multiple systems. And it was like baseball cards. We would buy them and record them and trade them. And we had so much fun training the techniques, comparing Kenpo to Ishinru to WTF Taekwondo to, boxing, all kinds of stuff. And a lot of the people you read about, Benny the Jet, Bill Wallace, Joe Lewis, and all these people Panther Productions, you got to see how these guys moved if you'd never met them before, if you'd never been to a seminar, or if you weren't around in the 60s and early 70s, you got to see them. Stay hydrated. Master Uezu did not disappoint, and he was the driving force, the genesis. Him and Joe Jennings were the genesis of the video training at home phenomena. Multiple people bought the tapes. They had a martial art background. They might have been black belts or green belts in something. They got the videos, and at each video that you trained had contact information. So many people set up correspondence with these instructors, traveled periodically, or relocated, did seminars, did the training, tested, and it expanded many systems, all right? And I think it did that for Ishinru. Master Uezu, from what I've read, uh, started his karate sometime in his late 20s or 30s, and yet achieved a high level of skill. And from what I heard, he sort of got into it because he was dating Master Shimabukudo's daughter or niece or something like that, and sort of got into it and wound up at one point becoming the Grand Master of most of Ishinru, and continued. Sometime in 1997, he had a stroke, and they said, "You're not going to walk again, you're not going to use your left arm again, you're not going to do karate again." And he recovered, he pushed himself, and he kept on teaching and performing and guiding and inspiring. If he would have lasted a few more months, he would have been 90 years old. So, while it is always bad to see someone pass who was such an inspiration, was so informative, was such a leader in his field, that I think he defined it for many people. Whenever you say Ishinru to me, I think of Master Uezu, right? I think of me learning under Carl San Marco, Sensei Carl, who I don't even know if he's still alive, and learning the katas, and Carl saying, Master Uezu's tapes are our reference. And for many martial arts organizations out there that do Ishinru, Master Uezu is our reference, is their reference, is the reference, because he put it out there in an encyclopedic complete format. So while it's sad that he's gone, he did not live a sad life. He lived an inspiring life and inspired me and many other people. I still practice my Ishinru to this day. And recently, long before this, like over a year ago, I decided to brush up on my Ishinru, and all the Uezu videos, almost all of them are online for free, and I downloaded and I've been practicing, and I've practiced every single empty hand form in the system, the techniques, the basics, the kicks, and a little bit of the sai, but I don't have proper size sai, and I don't have a proper Okinawan bow staff to practice with. But at one point I knew both Kusanku sai and Tokumini no kun, and the system is something I still practice, and it's not my primary system, right? But it is worth practicing. And Master Uezu continues to instruct through his videos and to correct through his videos. So I I would like to think that there are thousands of people out there like me who in some way were influenced by him indirectly, and many more thousands were influenced through his teaching, through his lineage, through the schools in his organization. And I just hope that the system is in good hands and continues. And let's give him a moment of silence, and I'm going to say one more thing. You know, to my Ishinru crew in New Jersey, Master San Marco, uh, Sensei Carl, and anybody else affiliated with that school. There were uh, quite a few guys there and a couple of girls there who were skilled at Ishinru. If if you watch this video, leave a comment. Let me know what's up. Carl, are you still alive? Did Sensei Carl pass? Somebody let me know. Alright? Because I have very fond memories of the school, the style, and the people there. And yeah, we might have had our differences here and there, but generally I think we had a really good time. We had good camaraderie, and if you're still practicing Ishinru, well, I hope you're getting as much out of it as I got out of it, because I got so much out of it. All right. So to Master Uezu, if you're in the big dojo in the sky, I hope you're having fun. Kampai.